changes in the Volcker rule, probably eventually an easier stress test. And then there's the regionals. I think we're potentially on the cusp of an M&A wave in the United States in regional banks.
Regional to regional.
The large banks are not going to be able to buy anything for the rest of our lives.
Why do you think the banks overall have been sort of held hostage? I mean, the fundamental bull case for banks, there are numerous reasons to why the share should go higher in the long run. Why are they being held hostage by the yield curve?
I think that's a mistake. The people are taking out an old playbook, just focusing on that the yield curve is flattened. And the fact is that banks are much more, their earnings are much more dependent upon just the short end of the curve. And the even more important aspect is the deregulation that's about to unfold.
I was going to say, if U.S. banks being better capitalized than anybody can remember, and you obviously have some concerns about some non-U.S. banks in Europe, in Canada, is there a scenario where things get tough for those banks where U.S. banks are unscathed? Or is it just about the market kind of realizing?
Well, Canada has a situation. Well, the Canadian banks haven't had a credit cycle in 25 years. That country has ridden the commodity super cycle better than any country in the world other than Australia.
Real estate boom.
And an enormous real estate boom. And now, for the first time, you're getting real evidence that the housing market in Canada is turning over. Volume is down 30%. Prices are down double digit. So my expectation, and it's not a calamity, is that there will be a credit cycle in Canada, when they haven't had one, and that's going to cause the Canadian banks to be revalued.
So I think what's the deficit, 21 trillion or something? We're doing $1 trillion a year now, I guess.
Something like that.
Okay, rates are going up a little bit slowly, but they're going up, and we've done nothing about entitlements. I don't even hear the E word ever mentioned. Do you see at some point where this becomes the next big short, or do we have time? And
I'm not what I'd like to call a deficit fetishist.
Yeah,
and
we can handle this.
It's not so much that we can handle this. I look. You could get two experts on this panel, and they could argue about the deficit probably till we're all bored to death. And my point only about the deficit is the people who have argued that the deficit is a problem have been making that argument for 30 years.
Right.
And during that 30 years, the price of that risk has only gone down, which is interest rates. So to the people who say the deficit's a problem, my only question is, why now? And, I haven't heard any good argument as to why we should be so focused on it today. So it's not something I'm...
Are you a stock or an options trader that is absolutely fed up with ordinary results? Are you ready for your breakthrough? I know how you feel, because everywhere I turned throughout my trading journey, everywhere I looked how to produce phenomenal results within a short amount of time, everybody was telling me, no, it's not possible. It's not real. It cannot be done. So I got fed up. I discovered the 5 core fundamentals that helped me turn $12,000 into $466,814 in less than 7 hours trading options from my laptop. I know this probably sounds unrealistic to some of you, but the truth is, I did it. I will share with you in this interactive video course specifically everything, every single detail, every action, every stock that was traded. As a matter of fact, I'm sending you my brokerage stake, listing every trade that was taken that day. I realized one thing when I accomplished this, is that I wish I had someone years ago when I was starting my trading journey and throughout my trading career that has shared these 5 core fundamental principles with me, because that would have saved me a lot of headache. That would literally save me a lot of heartaches, a lot of lost and suffered relationships. That would have saved me a lot of losses. That would have saved me a lot of time from discovering all these answers on my own. This is what you will be able to learn from this interactive video course. Secret number 1, discover the best stocks for trading options. Secret number 2, discover the top 3 best chart patterns for huge returns. Do you struggle with the decision, should I sell now or should I wait? And sometimes when you make a decision, do you see your profits vanish, or do you drown in the regret when you get out of the position just because you see how much money you left on the table? Don't let this ever happen to you again. Secret number 3, discover the key to locking the gains. Secret number 4, knowing the trend will make you money. Discovering the TRO versus the trend will make you a fortune. Secret number 5, the holy grail of all secrets in trading: timing. Can you only imagine if you knew specifically on which days to trade and on which days to go fishing and enjoy life. And the secret number 6, the truth behind of how to trade the news that will take all the guesswork out of the equation and will help you trade with great confidence and extremely high probability. Today is your day. Are you ready for your breakthrough? It is very simple. Go to marketcrash.money/500K. Click this big orange button and say, yes, set me free. Take action now.